Grace was a woman of quiet strength, a single mother whose life had been a journey of relentless challenges. She had lost her husband, her best friend, in an accident when her children, Adeobi and John, were still too young to understand the magnitude of the loss. Left with nothing but the weight of responsibility and the fierce determination to keep her family together, she faced the world alone. In the beginning, it was a struggle just to survive. Grace worked 2 jobs, cleaning houses in the morning and selling fruits at the market in the evening. Her hands were rough, her body weary, but her heart refused to give in. She would often sit by the dim light of a kerosene lamp at night, stitching clothes for extra income, while her children slept beside her. Their soft breaths were her motivation, their futures her only dream. Adeobi, her bright and curious daughter, often asked, "Mama, why do you work so hard?" Grace would smile, her eyes tired but full of love. "For you and your brother," she would say, stroking Adeobi's hair. "So you can have the life I never had." John, the younger of the two, was a quiet and thoughtful boy. He watched his mother with deep admiration, understanding even at a young age that her sacrifices were for their sake. "I'll take care of you one day, Mama," he would say, his small voice filled with determination. Years passed, and Grace's hard work began to bear fruit. Adeobi excelled in school, always topping her class. John, though younger, showed a strong passion for mechanics, often taking apart and fixing old radios he found discarded in the streets. Grace, despite her exhaustion, never missed a moment to encourage them, to remind them that education was their key to a better life. The turning point came when Grace, with the little savings she had scraped together, opened a small provisions shop. It was a modest start, but it allowed her to stop cleaning houses and focus on growing her business. Slowly, the shop expanded. Grace invested wisely, learning the tricks of trade from older market women, and within a few years, her once small stall became one of the busiest shops in the market. Adeobi, fueled by her mother's unyielding spirit, earned a scholarship to study medicine at a prestigious university. She became the pride of her community, the girl who had risen from humble beginnings to pursue a career that would change lives. John, now a teenager, began working with a local mechanic, learning everything he could about machines. His skill and passion soon attracted the attention of a wealthy businessman who offered him an apprenticeship. As the years rolled on, Grace's shop grew into a chain of stores, and she became a respected businesswoman. She no longer struggled to make ends meet. Instead, she thrived. She could finally breathe, knowing that her sacrifices had not been in vain. On a cool evening, as the sun set over their modest but comfortable home, Adeobi returned from the university with her medical degree in hand. John, now a successful mechanic with his own workshop, walked in after her, holding a box wrapped in gold paper. Inside was a small plaque that read, "To our mother, Grace, the strongest woman we know." Tears filled Grace's eyes as she looked at her children, now grown, standing before her. They had become everything she had ever dreamed they would be. Adeobi was a doctor, John a skilled engineer. But more than their success, they were kind, compassionate, and filled with love, a reflection of the woman who had raised them. That evening, as they sat together at the table, laughter and joy filling the room, Grace realized something profound. She had not only survived, but she had triumphed. The years of struggle, of endless work, of sacrifice, they had led her here, to this moment of peace and fulfillment. And now, finally, she could enjoy the sweet, hard-earned fruit of her labor.